This is the Mattel Pignatelli design Madrac with AEBL steel with the satin finish, micarta with a vortex pattern handle, and a button liner lock. Over 3 inches on the blade, 3.05 to be exact. And yeah, this one should be just like every other knife, very, very affordable. So what do we have here? We got the knife, we'll check in a second. We have additional paperwork, wiping cloth, and did I miss it? I did not see a sticker on this one. So perhaps that might be a way they might start reducing costs, right? No sticker on this one. So far we've been getting a sticker on all the other ones. Not a deal breaker in any way, shape, or form, just an observation, but there you go. Moment of truth, let's get in here. Let's see what we got. What is the sauce with this Madrac? Silica candy, get out of here. There we go. We got the same vortex micarta going on this one. Again, that ripple effect, black and gray tones to it. Exposed liner, sandwich construction with 2 standoffs. Deep pocket carry clip. See, reversible on the other side. I know Kizer knows how to do reversible pocket clips. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? Why they didn't do it on the Outposter, I still don't know. But yeah, same type of micarta there, looking pretty good. And then I see the black and gray micarta with the blue accents. Looks like that's what they're going for with this drop. Instead of like black and purple, it's black and blue. And I like that they switch things up a bit here and there. Thumb studs for deployment with a button liner lock. If you're ready, I'm ready. Well, bam, right? There is the geometry on the Madrac. One of my favorites, right? Reverse tanto sheep's foot, whatever you want to call it, with a flat grind here. We're looking at AEBL steel, which is quickly becoming a fan favorite. Now you guys are telling me in the comments how much you've been enjoying and loving AEBL steel so far. I could do the reverse flick here with the nail, which is good. Check that out. Bam. Nail of the middle finger, right? If you want to use the meat of your middle finger, you can do that too. And then thumb stud deployment, yeah, with your thumb. Yeah, pretty good. Of course, you can use the actual button itself. It's going to be a very fidgety, right? It's very fidget-friendly knife, to say the least. But Miguel, man, you move the knife around too much, man. Set it down so we can take a closer look. Take a picture of it. I got you, fam. There you go. Get a closer look right there. The profile, the geometry is on point. Handle looks pretty good. We'll do some margos here in a second. But yeah, definitely that satin finish is popping. I'm digging it. Very gorgeous looking knife. I like the switch here towards the front as well. That also looks very, very good. And yeah, as far as the ergos goes, I mean, we got a full 4-finger grip, right? Able to get a full purchase. We have a little bit of jimping here just in this area. Would have been nice if it was a little bit more, right? Kind of like on the drop bear, right? You get that much jimping. But the drop bear is an in-house design. This is an actual designer, right? Pignatelli designer design. So that makes any sense. So maybe that's a conscious decision he made. No jimping into the handles, just on the blade. But yeah, you're lock and loaded, ready to go, right, for whatever task you got. Not necessarily a finger choil. This is a little bit more of a, you forward choke a tad bit while mindfully being aware of what the heck you're doing. But yeah, not a finger choil in the sense of something like this, right? As good as that. Right, that is a nice finger choil right there. Here, not so much. It's a little bit of a different scenario. So yeah, you can still forward choke, but it's not going to be as comfortable as having, right, a cutout arch like you do here on the Outposter. So something to keep in mind there. So we compare apples to apples in a way. We got some good milling on the inside for weight reduction. And also like how it gets like all these fine lines. Like you can see all the different layers to the micarta, which is pretty cool. And there's a closer look at that blade, right? Tell me that don't look good. Got the Kizer lettering on one side. Then you got the Madrac AEBL steel with the designer logo. But otherwise pretty clean, right? Sort of billboarding going on. Again, it's going to be a very strong locking system, right? Better than a plunge lock button lock. Those were the OG button locks, right? Plunge lock button locks. These are like an evolution, like we've talked about here in the channel many times. Very similar to a Spyderco compression lock, but with the ease of use of a button, right? You're pushing the liner over with the button itself, so it makes it very, very intuitive. Also helps that, when you go to use the knife, you don't want to take, a long time drawing attention to yourself. You can just take it out of your pocket, deploy, do whatever cuts you need to do, and then quickly retract the blade and then just put it back in your pocket. So as quickly as possible. Also, this geometry is going to be really good for utility cuts, draw cuts. Got that tip nice and low, lower than the pivot. You do get a tiny bit of belly there, nothing too crazy. It is not a perfect straight edge. Has just a tad bit of belly, right? Very minimal, but it is present, it is there. And other than that, I mean, deep pocket carry clip, right? It's going to hide in the pocket pretty good. I mean, it is a pretty good sauce if you ask me.